same as he did in the individual last night. Backed off to 52.3 at the 100, which is where he needed to be. But hey, when the team goes the second fastest time in history and you've led off with a 1:47.6, which is what you did to be good enough to win the world title, you cannot complain. And he really is swimming his races as a front runner, which is what I like. I mean, he's just grabbing the ball by the horns and he's just not letting anyone in, Bruce.
No doubt about that. The Dutchman, Van and Hugenband, put it to him early tonight. The Americans tried to hang.
His turns have been exemplary. And Tanner had a crack, tried to go with him down that third 50. And what you can notice is, I don't know how much of this we're going to see, you watch him go down the third 50, the American, and you can see his stroke just start to fall apart a bit. His head starts wandering around, the entry gets shorter, whereas Klim is robot-like, it's just mechanical.
Working hard though in lane 2 for the Netherlands.
That is perfect, 52.2. Michael had a great turn, starts to make a move now. We could be looking at a 1:47 low, 1:46 high.
This is where the acceleration kicked in last night. He's out by about a stroke now. Tanner is swimming a good leg for the USA. He was impressive this morning.
1:48.5. He was something special for the Americans, but Michael Klim doing a great job. Needs to blow away on this last turn.
Goes around in front. Tanner is sticking. Van Hugenband is half a body length back now. And these three have pulled away. Next best would be Great Britain, Paul Palmer in lane 6.
And the Americans starting to tighten up a little. Important to finish on a full stroke to give your partner a chance to have a full swing and get a clean start. Van Hugenband's going pretty well, and Klim on target to go the same kind of time as he did last night.
He's out by a body length, and he comes. Grant Hackett next in the water. Swam a very good leg this morning.
So inside the world record split there, Hackett in the water.
I think this was the critical point of the race, because Grant Hackett is a 400 and 1500 metre specialist. Josh Davis was the #1 American, #2 in the world coming into this meet, and is a 200 metre specialist. And you can see him making a move on Hackett now, and it was important for Grant to stay cool, not to try and keep that body length that he had on the American and swim his own race. He did that. You can see now the American pushing up on him, and as a young man it would be tempting to say, well, hello, what's going on here? This American is giving it to me. But he didn't. He swam smart, and this was the turning point in the race. Once he put a body length back on Josh Davis, it was all over.
And he's moved to within 3/4 of the body length of the lead. And in fact, I think Davis may have overhauled Hackett. They're virtually stroke for stroke, but it may be Davis just in front. Around they go. Yes, Davis in front. He leads from Hackett.
And he had
Netherlands
a good turn.
Perth.
So this is important now for Grant to dig deep, not to get too nervous and worried about the fact that Davis has come at him on the first 100. He knows he can bring it home hard, and he's got to consolidate now.
Davis in front by a stroke. Hackett at his shoulder. Across into Van Zidden from the Netherlands.
Hackett starting to make a move. Needs to come off this wall and put it to Josh Davis. Davis will be getting tired. He'll sense that. And Hackett's picked up the momentum, and Australia back in front.
He got a good turn too. Came strongly off the wall. So Hackett has regained the lead from Davis. And as I mentioned earlier, a battle royal going on behind them. Good swim by Meadows of the Great Britain team. And Van Zidden is there as well. But look at Hackett. He's pulled away in the last 25 or 30 metres. He's out by 3/4 of a body length. Surging finish.
So the split for Hackett, 1:48.41, and now the kid, Ian Thorpe's in the water.
I'll tell you, how good is this? That is like a Mer Cruiser. That's an outboard motor, those feet driving. I mean, that is just... I can't believe it. I mean, quite often, very rarely I do get caught for words, Bruce, but I watched this kid swim, and then when I heard his time, 1:47.6, he just swam cool, he swam smart, and I knew that once Malchow hadn't had him with 75 to go, the Aussies had just blown them away, and thanks to a 15-year-old schoolboy from Sydney, now they are riding high and have done the second fastest time since Adam took a bite out of the apple.
Days the technical side of it. The turning has been terrific. And again there, Thorpe showing evidence of that. He's out by a body length. In second place, Malchow, striving hard but getting no closer.
Nice turn. Goes round 4:28. Good time. Consolidate now. This is the one. Put the head down, stay cool, and work the last 50.
Thorpe takes them back down the pool. He's out by a body length and a half. In second place, Malchow. Great Britain, Andrew Clayton would be third. He's about 15 metres off the pace. But all eyes in this stadium on our leader, and Thorpe comes down to make his final turn.
The American's been trying to make a move and hasn't made a dent in the 15-year-old Sydney sider. Thorpe is in clear water. The Australians are world champions. They are going to blow this away. Let's keep an eye for the world record splits.
In fact, Thorpe is pulling away. He's out by a couple of body lengths now, and try as he might, Malchow can get no closer. Great Britain third. Still plugging on the Netherlands. They've swum a pretty good leg here, but it's Australia well clear. They come down to make this final change.
5:25 is the world record split. Daniel.
So he split 1:47.67, the same time as Klim, and now Daniel's in the water.
What a terrific swim. A little slow the changeover there, but hey, it was safe, and it was a smart thing to do by Daniel Kowalski. There's no point going for the big changeover and nailing it when you're 3 metres in front. He backed himself to know, hey, we've got the gold medal. Don't mess it up by doing a risky changeover. So smart work by Kowalski, and he really has come back strong, hasn't he? I mean, you've got to dip your hat to Daniel Kowalski. He's been in the shadow of Kieran for a long time. He's come back. He's here. Perkins isn't. Now he can say he's a world champion and set himself for the 1500 later in the week. And what a showdown. It's going to be the OK Corral.
Well, the next minute and a bit was unforgettable. A piece of Australian sporting history.
Trying hard is Dolan. Dolan about 10 metres back. Around goes Kowalski, then the final 100.
7:11.95 is the time we're looking for. Remember, if they break the world record, there's a 15-year-old in this team. How special is this?
Kowalski on song, looking terrific, and Dolan has got a fight on his hand for the silver. A couple of them throwing out challenges. England, in fact, James Slater has moved past him. Slater to second place, and the Netherlands on terms with America. So America are faltering, but Kowalski turns for the final 50.
This is a blowout. This is the World Championships, not the school sports, and Australia are giving it to them. 7:11.95, the world record.
Watch that clock. Kowalski has about 28 metres to swim. Halfway back down the pool, Daniel Kowalski being urged on by this crowd. They're on song, and so is he. So is this Australian team. Kowalski driving for the wall now. Check that clock. He's just going to miss it. I think it's done. Just missed it. But a great gold medal swim for Australia.
7:12.48. That's a new Commonwealth record, new championship record. They just missed out on the world record. Kowalski's out of the water. Look at that. Come on, Australia. Stand up and cheer. Australia, world champions.
Daniel Kowalski with Michael Klim and Grant Hackett and Ian Thorpe. Fantastic.
Oh, that was unreal.
Brilliant swim, absolutely brilliant, and so even. All around the 1:47.5, 1:48 and a bit, and a beautiful mix of explosiveness of Klim and then the strength of the other three swimmers.
I love what Daniel Kowalski said in the interview poolside. He said, hey, I'm with the future of Australian sport, I'm with the future of Australian swimming. And I tell you, at 15, 17, 18 for Hackett, they're going to be around for a long time. And that's the good thing about a performance like that today. You can take that kind of form. You can realistically now look and say, hey, 2000, they're the boys to beat.
Can Michael Klim beat Alexander Popov? I asked Dawn Fraser that tonight in the 100 metres tomorrow.
I promise you wouldn't ask me that.